Hilda and welcome back to my channel. If you're first time here, I do YouTube videos about minimalism, simple living and all things family related. This time it will be something slightly, well, it will be family related but slightly different, okay? So stay tuned. At this time as this YouTube video goes on, I'm already a mom to 3 months old a boy. Yes, it was a boy, so if you watched the gender reveal video, it was supposed to be a girl if you looked at all of those old wife tales. So yeah, I will link it up so you can watch that video, but it was a boy and he's 3 months already, but life happens, so it takes time to make videos now. But let's get to my birth story. That was 21st of the June was the day, but that was some night to Sunday when he came to this world. But I already started to feel weird things like, kind of, it's like kind of menstrual pain or something, I don't know, some squeezing, some weird, it is just weird, but that it is and that started already at the Friday. But on a Saturday my boys left to forest, to lake for a hammock trip. They were supposed to be overnighting there, but I just felt it more and more often, and it just gets stronger and stronger. So at 6 o'clock I called them that it's about the time to come home, and we get to hospital. It was at 6:30 at the evening. We got to hospital, and since it is corona and pandemic and everything, it was just that time when in our hospital where I was giving birth, it was allowed to have partner with you, but it had to be active labor. That means that you have to have at least 4 centimeters opening to have a partner with you. So first of all, we get there. My partner stayed in a car waiting for me to call if he can come or no, and I get in. So they did the checkup, and he get to come in. In Norway, here at least, I have 2 kids. One of my kids are born here in Norway now, in Trondheim. Another one is born in Latvia, so, and that's 10 years in the middle as well, so that's what I can compare to. The thing is that you get your own room with everything there. You get your own bathroom with, it's like, yeah, you don't need to go anywhere, everything is there. And so I get there, and it was just getting more and more intense, and it was crazy. It was like the warmest 20th at the time, the warmest 20th June that have ever been. And yeah, as it was getting more and more intense, and the midwives were changing because of I guess shifts are changing and like that. So we ended up of having 1, 2, 3. The third one was the one that was throughout the labor. But there's one that is, I guess once you are at active labor, there's one that is by your side all the time. So, but you don't feel, it's not disturbing or anything. You don't feel her. So, yeah, she was there, and I was trying to get into bathtub and be there, but I don't know, I just I don't know, I was in a bathtub for quite a long time, but nothing happened. It was just continuing like that, and my water didn't break, and so I get out of bathtub, and that was the time when I wanted to have epidural, and that to like reduce my pain. But my midwife knew that is the one thing that I actually don't want to have, because I wanted to have a natural labor without any painkillers and anything, any like, yeah. So she said that, oh, let's just try a little bit more, and I'm thankful for that. So yeah, I tried a little bit more and solved my water break, and then it was obviously like, I don't know, half hour and baby was out, but that was already 3:23 at the night. It was 3:30, or that's already morning almost. So yeah, so it took some time, but if you think, I was in a hospital from 7 at the evening until 3:30 he was born. It's not so long time, but I knew, it felt pain, or yeah, I felt that it is starting already on a Friday evening. So yeah, if you count all that together, so it is some time. And as I get some question from my Instagram followers, one question was if there is a if it is true that second labor is easier as the first one. It's very hard for me to say because I had 10 years in the middle, and I also have heard that if there's 10 years in the middle, then it's like or 7+ years, then it's like the first time. It's hard to compare because you kind of know what you're going into, but and every labor is kind of different. And I also feel like I was much calmer myself, and I was able to calm down and really relax in the middle. But at the same time, I was very scared, and because I knew that the pain will be crazy. And but it went well. I don't know if it is different. It is different. If it is easier, I don't know if it is easier. It's just that you know, and you know also that it goes over, and you know that it's very. The feelings that you get afterwards is just something that, I don't know, you can't compare with anything else. Yeah, and so Edward was born. He was 50 centimeters and a little over 4.2 kilos, and he was the longest legs I ever seen, and yeah, so it was, as I said, a very, very, very warm, unusually warm day and night here, so everything that I had packed, now, yeah, for those moms that are interested what to pack, everything that I had packed with me, I almost didn't need, except like 1 to 2 bodies, but for those moms who are still expecting, at least in Norway it is like that, all of the diapers, all of the changing things for kids, you get them at the hospital. All of the bandage and those after labor, those panties and everything you get at the hospital. So you actually don't need to have those things, and they actually want you to take those things that are left with you home and use them up because they can't. Maybe it's because of pandemic. They can't give it to other ones, so they have to throw it. It's hygienic, I guess, as well. Logical. So. Yeah, so as a first-time mom, if you are in Norway, I guess you get everything at the hospital, because at least I did, and everything that I had packed was unnecessary, except the clothes for baby and clothes for myself. But you also get some clothes if you need that, and some snacks, because then after Edward was born, it was 3:30 almost, and I get some stitching because, yeah, it was necessary, so it took some time, and then you are so hungry, and after it took a long time until we get some food. I don't know, it was already 8 to 9 in the morning, because again, changing shifts, and at the hospital, and all of a sudden was one night like, oh, haven't you yet gotten food? And we're like, no. And then we get some food, and oh, that was good. And then we get to move to from the labor part, labor part of the hospital to hotel part of the hospital, and that was very interesting, because it's like driving under the whole hospital in some weird car. And we get there, and that was, I don't know what was the point, that was already Sunday, and that's where my partner, I'm as a mom, I'm not paying anything, I'm getting food there 4 times a day, I think, and down at the restaurant, and yeah, like a little hotel room with a bed and a shower, and yeah, and you can go down to the restaurant to eat. It's not the best food, and your partner had to pay for that, for staying and for the food. And since it was pandemic, so it was no other possibilities like to get some different food, because like it wasn't the best food. But you couldn't get anything else because it was pandemic, and once if my partner would go out, he would not be allowed to come back in. So we were not allowed to have any visitors or anything, but that's how it is, and that's how it was. I'm happy that he was allowed to be there, and yeah, so we stayed there, and it was already Sunday. We stayed there, and we you should like have some nurse or someone should come in and check on you, but actually I don't know if it was because of corona again and everything, but no one did that. Of course you have a possibility to ring that bell and then someone will come, but no one came to check on, and I'm lucky, and happily and thankfully I was able to breastfeed, and I had my experience from before, because I remember with my first kid, I was struggling to get started with breastfeeding, but this time it went so smooth, and I'm so thankful that I had that experience for my first kid, because I didn't get any help at the hospital for breastfeeding at all. So yeah, that I thought was very weird, and I'm feeling bad for those moms who don't have experienced that. Yeah, because if you're a first time mom and if you experience that you get no help, then breastfeeding can be very hard to get started. So yeah, that's the negative side of that. And so we didn't see much reason to stay at that whole hotel, and we asked if we can leave, but we couldn't leave on a Sunday because of course baby needed to be seen from a doctor, and so and then at the Monday's morning when the doctor came at 8, then we could meet the doctor, and doctor checked him, and everything was good, and so we could pack and go home. And we had 14 days open possibility to get back to the hospital whenever, at whatever time it's necessary, or call and ask for help. So and since we live so close, that's why we get a permission to drive home so early. But I'm happy. I was very happy to get home, because I don't know, it's since it's not so much helps that you get at the hospital anyway. During that time, at least, it was like, I'm not saying that it is always like that, but I'm talking about my experience exactly at that time, when it was just opening hospitals again for partners to be there, and it was all that corona, and yeah, it is still there, but I don't know how it is now. And yeah, I'm happy that we were well and we were able to come home. And so we get home, and it was so warm. It was so warm that Eduardo didn't need any clothes at all, and I didn't need almost any clothes at all. And I don't know, it was crazy. It's the warmest summer ever, and that's the summer when Edward was born. So yeah, that was very, very shortly my birth story. If there is something else you wonder, just ask me and I will answer. And there will be coming new videos more often now, so I hope you liked it, and please like and subscribe. Feel free to do that. That helps my channel to grow. Thank you for watching it, and bye.